Hi everyone, KobaltKai here. Approximately 1 year ago, I actually started YouTube on this same day in September, and I decided that I'd not only improve my animation to commemorate it, I also wanted to do a review of all the things I did last year in the meantime. So, I have to say, I did not expect this channel to be so successful. Currently at 250 videos as of this one video, and honestly, I just want to keep the momentum going at this point, but something I really wanted to talk about was actually the different games that I had played. In a way, this kind of serves as a YouTube rewind for me, because we all know the real YouTube rewind is, hot garbage. But in any case, I played the Mage Seeker this year, and I have to say, out of all the games that I've played, this one by far had the best story in like years, and I'm not even kidding. The way that they were able to make the characters come to life so well and make them all interact so organically is almost surreal, to be honest, because I'm only used to seeing them on Summoner's Rift. But that aside though, I would totally recommend the Mage Seeker if you're into the storylines or into PvE playstyles like I am. That being said, it doesn't come without a challenge, and I seriously enjoyed it. That is, except for Shyvana killing me about 5 times in a row. That boss still almost could give me a nightmare. And speaking of nightmares, I really like how this game handled introducing Nocturne as this eldritch monster that has existed for more years than anyone can honestly count, and probably for a longer time than time has existed in Runeterra. Really does kind of do his character justice after all the abuse he's gone through in League. But that said, I wanted to primarily address that there are some other things going on with my channel other than the kinds of games that I'm playing, because I do plan on stepping it up as of late and playing higher quality games. I do plan on playing Song of Nunu when it comes out this fall, or at least that's when they say it's coming out. I won't jinx it, hopefully. But in any case, I wanted to primarily discuss how my videos up to this point have been live edited. That's right, everything that you've watched for like the past 240 videos at least has been edited while I recorded it, and it was fun for long-term content and for gaming content, for like long playthroughs. The Convergent and the Mage Seekers especially like applied to this, but in the most cases of it, I decided that I'd purchase a film editing software known as Filmora, and you are seeing the transitions and animations of that right now. So Filmora is actually probably going to help me out a lot, because I've only had it for like 2 or 3 days, but I'm already using it very well. So I'm looking forward to see what kind of content I'm able to mix with this and whatever kind of voiceovers I feel like recording after this point, because I may not stick to gaming content alone. I am an artist and an animator and a producer, kind of, so I might spice things up occasionally. And speaking of spicing things up, I also wanted to mention that my animations, such as the ones I'm improving right now, I have about maybe 7 or 8 of those that I might also be uploading sometime before the end of this year. So feel free to keep watching my videos to see them debut. They might show up on my Patreon before them, but I make no guarantees. That being said though, Convergence was also a really cool game to play, really fun, as long as I didn't keep dying over and over, but that was part of the gimmick because of the difficulty. Didn't really have the best storyline since it only focused on like 2 characters, Echo and Future Echo from another universe and another timeline, but honestly, I'm not complaining. This game did everything really well, especially of portraying the chaos and the sheer Gotham-esque nightmare that is Zaun's architecture. I mean, look at this. They have open explosives out in the middle of nowhere, and somehow they're able to run on walls, which means that there's magic energy all over the place, and they're just like, I don't know if magic's put into the buildings or what, but I like how Convergence in a way insinuated so much about Zaun's architecture and its backstory, because if you really think about it, Zaun really represents the industrial era of Runeterra, while Piltover represents the era right afterward with all the ships and the cities. They're not quite modern, but they're very well designed, which means that their shipments are coming from all over the place to get those materials in check. And I kind of like how they put these details in the game, because as someone who's a PvE player, I kind of play games primarily for the lore and for being able to actually look at the game design as I play it. I'll be honest, I despise Summoner's Rift sometimes for how it can't properly portray the characters in accordance to their lore. Echo's time rewinding really does seem like it's just a gimmick in like Summoner's Rift, but here in this game, he's able to spam it so fast that it's kinda like the Flash. He's able to run back in time before anyone even realizes what he did in the future, and I kinda like that. As well as the fact that we can actually see there are consequences with this, with parallel convergences and a multiverse of echoes. We only saw 2 of them in this game, but it was a very cool experience, and honestly, I'm just glad that future Echo didn't have to die, because then we'd feel like, oh no, current Echo is going to die as well because he killed his future self. That's future side or something. But in any case, it turned out well, and honestly, not only do I appreciate this artwork, but the attention to detail to the lore, because with different gaming companies and how they can ship out these games to be produced by other companies, it's not always accurate to what the original company had in mind, but they did a very good job. That being said, it's about time that I start talking about the game that I actually want to start playing next on this channel. If you haven't known before now, I am a pretty big Sonic fan, and I've honestly been participating in the franchise for a while. And I think that honestly, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle would be ideal for the next set of videos that I start on this channel. I'm looking forward to the playthrough, but oh my gosh, now I'm just getting flashbacks of the Chow Garden and why they won't send it to other games. Don't know why, but I'm looking forward to it primarily. So, I hope you guys enjoy that as much as I do, because I've had that game for years. I'm going to have to put a spoiler alert out there. There is no part of that game that's new for me to experience. I'm just doing it because it's chronological order primarily, but also for the fun of it. To be honest, that game actually is quite enjoyable outside of the low graphics, but they were good at the time it came out. That being said though, I might start branching out into more PvP games eventually, such as Smash Flash 2 or other games online. No first-person shooters as of yet. I'd probably break up my setup. I'm not even exaggerating about that. I would probably destroy my $1,000 laptop in like 5 matches. But that being said, I'm feeling a bit more comfortable about posting videos concerning League of Legends and Riot-based games, just not the ones that are for ranked at the moment. That being said, I know some of you are probably wondering what my plans are for the Sonic Advance series, as I fully completed the first game last year. I just want to say, I have no plan of playing Sonic Advance 2. The special stages are way too hard, just because you have to go through them with each character, and that kinda ruins the fun for me. Sonic Advance 3 is a maybe, because I did enjoy it growing up. But as for the most part, it's a big if at the moment, because currently I've actually got other plans for this video and for this channel. So I wanted to mention I do plan on doing a bit more art if anyone does want to see it on this channel. I tried earlier last year, but I didn't have a video editing software, so it was kinda like watching paint dry for you guys. Except it was drawing instead, of course. But now that I have Filmora, I'm able to properly edit my videos to make it more entertaining. So there is the possibility that I will be doing more art-based videos, maybe a few animation videos even, but don't expect any tutorials because honestly, I'm not too good at them and I'm not really in the mood to give any at the moment. But in any case, the game you're currently looking at is actually not Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. It's actually from a fan game called Sonic World, and it's free and fully accessible online. You just have to go to their site. But it's a nice callback to Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and in a way it was kind of my warm-up to playing the game before I start posting videos of it. So, that being said, I wanted to give a special thanks to the Patreons who have supported me since last year. It's been a long journey, even though it's only been 1 year. Making 12 months of content is actually surprisingly tedious at times, and I really wanted to give you guys some thanks for supporting me through all the things I've gone through. As I said, my brother had passed away last year, and I did need time to mourn, so I couldn't always focus on improving my content, but I am feeling better now that the depression has waned somewhat. So, if you guys have any questions about how I produce my art or anything like that, you're welcome to ask, but I also recommend that you check out my Patreon at times, because that's where I give the real golden content for my supporters. So, maybe I'll see you guys there sometimes if you want to support me, but that's primarily it for this video and for this update. It's been a fun year and a fun anniversary, and if you guys like my content, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, but hopefully I'll see you all next video. See ya.